Good evening, everybody. My name is Mr. Ruby, and I am your child's seventh grade world geography and financial literacy teacher. Tonight, we're going to be looking at a couple things. We'll be looking at expectations for my classroom. We'll be looking at the supplies list, the daily agenda. We'll look at what is being graded in my classroom and the topics that your child will be learning this school year. So why don't we take a look into those things as I go through our PowerPoint right here. So I've started off with our introduction. So welcome to Mr. Ruby's 7th grade world geography / financial literacy class. These are my class expectations. The main thing here is to be respectful, and I understand that you probably will get that too. So students are expected to come to class prepared with notebooks, pens, pencils, homework, and a positive attitude. That positive attitude is super important because that sets the tone for the entire class. Students are expected to participate in online activities and in-class projects, any discussions that we have, and make sure to ask questions. Asking questions is an important piece into the learning process that I want to get across to your child. Classroom behavior should always be 100% respectful, and to earn respect, you must give respect. The supplies list is very short. Since it's mainly going to be used through Chromebooks, we don't really necessarily need a notebook. If your child would like to have one just in case, just to write things down, they are more than welcome to. Pens and pencils definitely should have just in case. One folder just for any papers that may be handed out or anything of that nature. And then the Chromebooks that you guys will receive for the school year. That will be taken home and brought back each day. Daily class agenda, looking at that. So we got 10 minutes usually for our do now. As soon as the students get in, we'll have a question on the board. We'll go through what they'll do today, any announcements to kind of clear things up as we go through the day. After that, we'll do a discussion, generally talk about the do now, move into the teacher instruction, presentation videos, and then move into our independent partner work, whatever it may be. At the end of class, we'll close things up. We'll do a recap from your perspective, whether it's an exit ticket, maybe you tell me one thing you learned today, or tell me 5 things that you see in the room or from the video that we maybe watch. Something that's going to wrap things up and bring everything full circle. And then lastly, homework. Now, my thing with homework is this. I don't see the student every single day. I see them A and B days, so every other day. So it's kind of tough to keep track of those homeworks because sometimes they get lost. So a lot of the things that we'll be doing are kept in the classroom. We'll mainly focus on having the homework done in class, and if they don't finish it in the classroom, they take it home for homework. So that's kind of how my homework scenario works. Let's take a look at our uniform grading policy, how grades are going to be distributed. So tests, there are 3 of them. That is 25% of the grade. Quizzes, there are 4 each cycle, so for 15%. Projects, 2, so that's 30%, which is a huge piece of this. So projects are super important. Classwork, there are 12 assignments, 20%, and then homework, there is 10% for 10 assignments. Class rules, similar to the expectations, be respectful to each other's thoughts, feelings, ideas, opinions, respect school property and others' property, as well as my property in the classroom. Whatever is mine should not be ruined or anything like that. Come to class prepared to learn with all the necessary materials and supplies. Follow directions the first time given. No eating, drinking, foul language, profanity, fighting, arguing in the classroom, obviously discouraged. And observe all and follow all school rules and rules in the student handbook. Consequences, mainly going to be verbal warning to start things off. Then we'll go from there. Call home, contact home, detention if need be, then keep things moving forward, whether it's a write-up, HFP, suspension of some sort. It all depends on the scenario. No cell phones, electronics, unless they're allowed by me. Let's move into what we are studying for the school year 7th grade. So we have a list of different topics that range from map skills, geography skills, in the basics. So the beginning geography skills we'll learn about. We'll move into United States and Canada for the second market period. We'll be looking at Latin America, Africa, and financial literacy. So far, any questions before we move on? Quickly look at our Google Classroom setup. This is how it'll be set up. Hopefully you guys log in, and I hope everybody has a great school year. Bye, guys.